So I want to shortly present what has happened during this 1-year journey, as I said, and I'm here represent Dr. Inga Dailidiene and Yulia Melnikova. We have been participating in this project. First aspect, what I would like to say that the model that we have started to design for the farm to school for the Baltic countries, it started from the aspects that has been represented in some survey results and the meetings with farmers. And in the first dissemination meeting that was organized by Klaipeda University, we have seen that the topic is really actual, not only in Lithuania, but also we discussed that with our project partners. And during this first meeting in October last year, 2022, our project associated partners from Lithuania Public Health Centers and Lithuania Dietist Associations have invited us to present our project in the conference, which was in Lithuanian time in 13th of February. If you can see in the screen, I'm presenting our project, and also probably you can see that people were not able to sit in the huge auditorium in Sejm, and we were waiting in the lines outside. So we saw that the topic is really actual, not only for the Baltic countries, but also in Lithuanian segment. And during this session, we not only disseminated the project, but we managed to have a written resolution. This written resolution was written due to some main arguments that were concerned in this conference. So catering for children at schools is directly connected with the ability to concentrate and moreover to the learning outcomes. And this is it was seen and said by all the presenters during this conference. Data shows that 20.8% of kids of age at 2 to 17 years have overweight. And this is also concerned with the school catering. And this is the data of 2022. Only 28% don't eat fresh vegetables each day. And only 42% of children eat at school canteen, and many of them are not satisfied with the prices, menu, and environment. This was also confirmed by the surveys and the meetings during with farmers, not only by the Lithuanian representatives, but also by our partners from Baltic countries, from Estonia and from Latvia. In this link, you can see the resolution that I will now explain, and I will give you some notes and the feedback that was got. So the resolutions and findings. I want to say that after this conference, 1 month later, we were included in the signing of the resolution. So Klaipeda University, as a representative of this, our BSR Food Coalition project, was included into the guidelines. And we signed this resolution on the 8th of March, 1 month after the conference with other representatives. So I have written all the institutions that the findings of the resolutions were presented. So it is education institutions, mostly the schools, Health Ministry, Agriculture Ministry, Healthcare Ministry, Education, Science and Sports Ministry, municipalities from all over Lithuania, government and Sejm, Central Buying Organization, Finance Ministry, Social Care and Labor Ministry, and of course public health centers, and as I said, the ones that do really care about their self-education. That was said during the conference. Why it is important? Because we have managed to put and see the problematics and ideas that they're giving in our project and write the recommendations directly to the ministries, to the municipalities. And some findings that are actual to the project that we are now currently working with all the team, and we will include in the framework, so that the schoolers need to have food education. They need to be included in the visits to the food suppliers, see the food chain, food quality, food waste control. And here already we started communications with the schools that I am working there and teaching the students with the Baltia gymnasiums, that they will have next spring visits to the local farmers. Also, we are working with project works that will be disseminating the news about the local farmers, ecological products that they can give and supply for the schools. Ensure the qualification of the school kitchen staff and invest in education of public health center employees to control more catering at schools and organize menu in a healthy and tasty way. So I know that some of our project partners will present that in the pilots, so this is really important thing. The next things and the findings also that will be represented in the framework review and supplement food catalog to increase amount of ecological local products, increase the small chain product supply, and detailize the product purchase method and real needs of the institution. Ensure the quality of the fruit and vegetables supplied to the schools. Regulate the certification system. Invest to renew process of canteens in the school, modernize the kitchen equipment, and include the Swedish buffet. Ensure the ecological product certification control and ensure the requirements in the school catering. This was also sent and recommended to all the list of the institutions. Include the data collection about the ecological local products in school catering and set the goal to reach up to 20% of these products in 2030. So I think this is a start to collect even the data that was not done before. Ensure that there would be a created list of local small chain supplied products, a list with technical specification, use good practices from other municipalities to include ideas for logistic and storage solutions. And from all this, with the help of Sustainable Gastro, we have created the framework details, and here you see the models, and in these models will be implemented all these ideas. It is already, implemented, and we have already done work, but we still need some details to apply. And if you will have some questions about that, I don't want to really waste a lot of time, and I don't know if Jennifer will not stop me soon. So I will just
1 minute.
Okay, good. So I'm really happy that we have the structure in the annexes. In 4.2, we will include the pilots that you will hear today from the project partners. What I think is really important and what I want to detail, some of the aspects will be also included, because I know by this time we already have answers from few ministries that were described in the list, what aspects they already implement this year, next year, what aspects they see progressive and are planning to start real changes. So I hope that this framework will be not only guidelines for Baltic countries that are included in the in our project, but also maybe a change forward to the healthier school catering, and also to the communication from local farmers to the schoolers, and also including municipalities, so that we will start this chain of communication and we will only go forward from this. So I wanted to be short and detailed, and I hope that everything was clear. And of course, I'm open for your questions, and want to, if I have a few minutes, want to also show some parts of the theoretical model that was done by our group of Klaipeda University. So here are some theoretical implementations from farm to school, model value for the school, and how it interacts with municipalities, with the farms. And I think that you will be able to see more it in the framework. And what is important that I think that this is a win-win situation, if I could call that, because it affects and shows a long-term outcomes for the students' academic achievements, because it directly is connected to the schoolers' health, and also to for the increase of local farmers' products, which are also seen, as we saw in that conference, from the good experiences in other Ukmergė municipality. They see that the implemented local farm products in the kindergarten, 2 kindergartens, we saw that the kindergartens have started to be 75% less ill than they used to do. So they see that there is a direct achievement, and we need just to start the change in this. So thank you. Yes. And maybe you will have some questions. I'm stopping my share of the screen. Okay.
You can add your question. If you have any questions, you can add that to the chat as well. Okay, please continue now, Simona, with the next.
I'm not sharing my screen. I just want to be sure, because I still see the red line. Maybe you could confirm. Yes.
We still see your screen.
Okay, now. Okay, I think now we are ready. So thank you once again for listening. And if there is no more questions, I would like to proceed with the next presentation. It is Klaipeda Region Association. So I don't know, Aušra or Egle, which one of you will present your pilot? So the stage is yours now. I will just tell that we are working by the list that it is in the project partners contract. So, okay.
I will do the honor to do the presentation. Hope I'm trying to share the screen, so hopefully you can see it. Right? I'll just switch.
Yes, just the bigger.
Yeah.
Good.
No, it should be fine. So, okay, hello everybody, to the ones who we know and who we already met, and then to the ones that the names are new. Just shortly, maybe for the people who do not know, I'm representing Association of Klaipeda Region that represents 7 different local municipalities in the western part of the Lithuania, and we are working on the implementation of joint projects, initiatives, and all the issues that is related around the regional things. So today I would like shortly to give you an overview of the Klaipeda region way to development of farm to school model, if I can call it like this, and then to tell you a bit about our motivation and maybe justification about our pilot format and how we went through that and what is going to happen in our region. So firstly, to start with, maybe Simona told more about the situation in Lithuania and how that affects Klaipeda region. But to be honest, like a year or maybe even more, 2 years ago, when we started talking about the project idea at first and then application development, there was not so many discussions in our region about the farm to school, or at least farm to fork strategy in general, at least what relates healthy food. So basically, I could say that we started from the zero. what we do had, we had adopted our regional specialization, where the regional value chains and the food cluster was mentioned as our long-term goal. So naturally that correlated to what we were talking on the project. Also, we had new politicians at that time in our region, so they also brought food issues on the agenda, probably more focusing on support for the local farmers and ecological farming and so on. But basically, that's also somehow corresponded to what we are talking in the project. Also, what Simona mentioned, there was a lot of transformations and changes and talks about that, at least in the national policy. People started talking about farm-to-fork strategy adaptation, also about transformation of the public procurement issues, that they would become more suitable and easier maybe for farmers and etc. So a lot of was happening in the region, maybe in the different institutions, areas and so on. And somehow I'm really glad and happy that we, with the approval of the application, we received that starting point that united all those talks and discussions that we used to have. Okay, so yeah, that starting point, that, as I mentioned, there was a lot of different talks and discussions. There was a talk about strengthening the cooperation between municipalities on the agriculture sector. Also, we were talking a lot about the SDGs with the children, about the healthy food, healthy lifestyle, how it's important it is. Also, from the national level, there was a talks, and now it's becoming reality, about regional food logistic centers and so on and so on. So a lot of was happening at that moment, but as I said, it was more or less just a beginning to all things that are happening now. So what we did during those years, as our starting point and the background, there was not much done before, as I said, and when the project was approved and application activities were identified, we done some steps. So the first one was that we implemented together with colleagues from Klaipeda University, and we are really grateful for their support and help in that. We implemented surveys in 7 different regional schools. Around 400 respondents were received, and representatives from the school's administration, students and parents were involved. So basically the main findings and the results showed that the communities actually, of course, are not satisfied with what they have in schools and what the quality and service of school catering they have. The main reason for that was because in the majority of our schools we have private catering companies that serves food, and naturally they are focused more on the business part than on the quality and the health part. Of course, we received approval from the community that everyone supports changes and everyone thinks that more organic and ecologic food is needed. What became a bit of a surprise that cooperation with farmers from the schools communities was seen as a part of the education, learning about organic food, about farming and so on, but not in a cooperation way directly from farm to school modeling and changing the catering system. But overall issue was a lack of information, not knowing more about current trend solutions and possibilities. What we also done, again, together with ladies from Klaipeda University, we also had a different stakeholders focus group, as we tried to understand situation and opinions of different stakeholders. So we invited farmers, municipalities, and then representatives from school. And findings also, I have to admit, surprised us. Well, we always thought that the main problem and issue in farm to school cooperation is actually public procurement and the system in Lithuania. But surprisingly, we figured out that the main challenge, probably, I could say, is a human factor. And the lack of cooperation and communication actually between farmers and the schools. And everything was based on the willingness of the schools mainly. As we heard representatives, farmers were a bit lost and didn't know the opportunities, how to reach and contact the schools, and etc., etc. So what also the focus group results show that situation is changing slowly. And of course, all the national and European initiatives foster that change. And there is a niche for farmers, and they started also seeing that niche more after those meetings. And of course, the huge importance and roles comes for the municipalities, which can be and were identified as the best leaders for the change, or a platform for fostering that communication and information that is really needed, actually. After those two meetings and analyzing the results that we received, we wanted to go deeper, actually, and go further in developing the communication and the cooperation between all regional stakeholders. So I wanted to say developed a methodology, but that would be too high phrase. Actually, we just took the method and adopted that to our regional environment, to help municipalities and all the stakeholders to develop the actual action plan and steps what can be done. And we unfortunately had just one workshop before the summer, because summer is an intense period for the farmers and etc. But 2 or 3 workshops more are on the way. So the main aim of that was, once again, to talk about the problems and transform them into the solutions and the actual steps, what can be done in the upcoming half a year. This is an example, an illustration of the workshop report results. The 3 problems were identified and found, and we tried to propose the solutions together. So, for example, main problem was that the private companies provide catering services and food, and the stakeholders decided what can be done, actually. So, to municipalities done a primary analysis of how much resources would be needed to change the situation and restore the kitchens in the schools, both the infrastructure and the personnel. We already have the calculations, and in the municipality that we were, it's a small one, so it's a quite a huge amount. So they're thinking about now how maybe implementing the pilot model in one school, and they are really strongly thinking about that. Also, for example, restoration of a school kitchen could become a regional priority, as well as a healthy food promotion, and so on and so on. So this would lead to the probably additional funding in regional finances and so on. So just very, very practical, and it's not always easy, but implementable, that's the word, steps what can be done right now. And all this, of course, led to the information we received during those meetings and with stakeholders. We identified that the main issue and challenge that we have is cooperation and communication. It sounds like an easy one, but sometimes it's not. And this is how we came up with the idea to implement a joint regional networking event as a pilot. Yeah, we now call it Regional Farm to School Forum. And in the end of November, we are planning that forum, which will invite all regional stakeholders like farmers, school representatives from municipalities, and everyone that is around the topic to get to know each other better, to network, to share the contacts, discuss, and start cooperation. And our wish is to combine in this forum or event different aspects. First, to share the know-how that is already existing in Lithuania or surrounding municipalities. Simona mentioned a lot of examples that we already have. and to listen to different perspectives. Of course, also we want to invite experts to tell our farmers and regional stakeholders in a very easy and practical way how it is possible to implement that, and that they do not need to be afraid that the system is working. And of course, learn from the good examples. So this will be the first part of the event and of the forum, like the conference or the seminar part, or how we can call it. And another important part, we want to do a farmers fair for them to showing off what they have, presenting themselves, showing their production and products, doing the tasting part, and of course having that direct contact with the participants, and especially with the school representatives who will be there in the event. Or we also would really like to have having our fingers crossed that we will achieve that, to have a locally grown dinner prepared by the local chefs, having in mind the seasonality aspects and so on, to touch it really practically. And the whole cherry on top for this event, in our vision, hopefully will be signing of the regional agreement or letter of intent. We will see for establishment that regional municipalities commit themselves to have healthy school food or school catering as a regional priority, and we will put all the joint efforts to achieve that goal. Of course, it won't be that easy to do that, but we are doing our job and going that way quite smoothly, I will say, but probably how we'll succeed, that we will figure it out only in November, at the end of November, when the event will be implemented. And of course, for finalizing the pilot, we would like to cover up everything that was discussed and learned during the project, and it's into some guidelines and recommendations specifically for our region. It's like a step-by-step guide to our farmers, especially. So that's it. Yes, thank you. If you now have any questions.
Thank you very much, Egle. I think it was informative. Maybe someone has questions from partners or from our guests of this meeting. Everyone is silent for now. Okay, thank you very much, Egle, once again. And I would like to proceed to our partner, number 4 in the list. So it is Latgale Planning Region. If you could start your presentation now and share your screen, please do so.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Simona. 1 second, I will try to share my screen.
I will just let everyone know that when we were visiting Rita and Latgale region, we really welcomed us really nice, and of course with local food. So I always see these beautiful pictures that Rita have, and I'm really trying to wait for the lunch.
Oh, great. So can you see my presentation?
Yes, if you could.
Is it full screen? Everything is beautiful.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Good. Yes, I can see it.
Yes, everything is okay.
Great. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Okay, Rita, the floor is yours. Okay.
Thank you so much. So my name is Rita Ivanova. I am from Latgale Planning Region, and in next 15 minutes you will know what has been done so far in Latgale region in this project, what is our next steps, and I will tell only about activities which we have already confirmed and we are planning and preparing to make it happen. However, we have some more ideas, but I will tell you about this maybe next time when it is more solid. And in the end, you will have question and answer session, so I will be very happy and open to answer all your questions. So we are like 2 regions from Latvia in this project. Kurzeme region is red, yes, and Latgale planning region is blue. You can see the map of Latvia and understand where we are located. So we have 7 municipalities and 2 cities of republic significance in our planning region. And there is around 110 schools in our region. So it's organic food for our school children is very important topic for us, and especially for me personally. And what is done so far? Of course, a lot of research, and in the process, we have very good communication with the Daugavpils Technological High School Lyceum, which is our pilot school, which will participate in all activities and are very open. And in April, we had a meeting with students who will be participating in our pilot, and this is like 7th grade now, children, and there are a little bit more than 50 students. We met staff of catering company who cooks and serves food in this school, and also meet with school principal. And this meeting was very, very, very productive and good, because really school is very open for this project. Now you can see I call them superheroes, yes, who will participate in this project, and it was a really very, very interesting meeting. We gave them some survey to understand what is situation, how they see this catering service in their school, what they like to eat, what they don't like, and got a lot of information. And most of them do not like food at school, and so it's really very important to solve this problem. You can see how food is served in this school. I made some pictures, and I was participating in the mealtime, how they do this, and it was very, very fast. Yes, and maybe I just show you some pictures so you get understand how it is served in this school. And we had some discoveries that a lot of food is waste every day. At least in this school alone, 8 baskets of food is a waste food every day. And I think that this situation is the same in many, many schools, not only in Latgale region, but in many schools in Latvia also. So we understood that we should give not only organic food to children, but also solve the problem, this waste problem. So we decided to focus, one part of our pilot focus on this topic, how we can help to reduce this food waste. So when we reach the point we can give organic food, it is really used as it has to be used, not like to make waste of this good food. So this is one more how it was served. Then I saw also kitchen, and we spoke to kitchen staffs, and we recognized that they are like very big experience. Most of them work more than 30 years in the kitchen, but they didn't have any new training. So they work in the old style. And maybe one of the solution how we can reduce food waste is to give like classes for these cooks to teach them how to make food in new way, maybe different way, and improve serving. So kids like them, like visually they like this food and they want to eat all of it. And we also made a survey for with parents of the school children in this school, and one of the question was, would you like to have more organic products, vegetable fruits in school meals? And I was very happy to see this result, because really parents want to have more organic food for their kids. They understand that this is a very important. And then next question was, are you willing to pay an extra amount to have organic products in your school lunch? Because every time when we speak about school meals, every time finances is one of the argument why we cannot make it better. So this is a reason why we ask to parents, are you ready to pay a little bit for your school lunch just to have organic food? And you see that most of the parents answer yes, we are ready to pay. Yes, because we really want better food for our kids. And then we have very good communication with organic farmers like cooperative, ecologist.lv. This is like in Latvia, one of the biggest cooperative of organic farmers. And we made like, how to say, we sent them Daugavpils Department of Procurement sent them information about next procurement for this year. And they went through this and told us that actually organic farmers don't have any chance to win in these procurements. So next activities in this direction, we want to, how to say, give some trainings for organic farmers, how to make a like joint procurement activities. So they join, many organic farmers join and participate in procurement. So this is like one of the way how they can win and really like sell their good products to our schools. And we have some other ideas, but as I told today, I will tell only about the things which is confirmed. So this will be for next time. What is our next steps? So September is a best time to start farm to school pilot project and activities which involve students, because this is the first month when they don't have much like exams and other activities like this, so they can go to farm. And we want to bring our pilot students to one organic farm in my region. And there will be 2 dates, 22nd September and 29th of September, because there are 2 classes, so they will go separately. And we are going to bring them to organic farm Latgale. I will show you a small video. I hope you will be able to see. Yes. So this is our idea, to bring them to this place and show that actually to be organic farmer can be very good idea, because they are really very successful, and also they make these healthy snacks from buckwheat without added sugar. And this is, I think, is a really very good idea to show our students how we get this organic food and that it can be tasty, it can be very healthy and very useful. So this is what will happen soon. And then next very big project, what we want to do in this in our pilot is cooking classes for school cooks. So it will happen from 13 October to 3rd of November in Daugavpils and in Rezekne, 2 days in each place. And the main goal of these cooking classes is to develop a new menu and learn how to teach cooks to give food, to serve food in new way. And we think that approximately 40 school cooks of Latgale region we will be able to train. And for this mission, we are very lucky to get Elaine Grenard. Thank you, Jennifer, for this opportunity. That Elaine Grenard is the school food dietary manager of the entire Karlstad region in Sweden. And he has a background of farmer and teacher and is currently manager of 150 school cooks. So we are very closely working with him to make these master classes really very useful and great. And I think this is really very good opportunity for our school cooks to learn something new. And also we will implement what we will learn in these classes and how to say, check, will it work in Latgale or no? So Alan will come with 2 chefs from Karlstad region. So we will have really very good classes. And one day on 1st of November, Alan will meet with stakeholders, representatives of municipalities and other authorities to present the model farm to school, how it was implemented in Karlstad in Sweden. And I hope that we will get some ideas what we can do in our region, in our country, to make it work in our schools as well. And the last step, which we got, this idea we got from the project StratKit, which is collection of different methods. And one of these was mapping organic farmers as suppliers in our region. And we got to know that in Rezekne Technology Academy, they made a website for this idea, to make this idea happen. Actually, website only for like farmers, for food producers who need these ingredients to make like business to business model. And this is a website. Now they gave this entire website to private company, which will give like 6 months for free. So everyone, like organic farmers, other farmers, food producers, they can join this website and get information who is growing what and how big amount they can get for their use. And I think this is very useful and will be a very good idea in the future, especially because one of our discovery was that actually like food providers, like private companies who cook food in schools, they don't know about many organic farmers in our region. So there is a missing link between organic farmers and producers who make this food and who cook for kids. So this is actually all what I wanted to tell you so far. So thank you so much for your attention, and I'm very, very open and happy to answer all your questions.
Thank you very much, Rita. I think it was really representing the main goals and ideas of your region, and we are really happy that you're doing so well.
Thank you.
And trying to make a change. So maybe some of the audience would like to give Rita some questions. As she said, she's really open and will answer everything that you want. Okay, if no, so thank you once again, Rita, and I would like to invite our next partner, Kurzeme Planning Region, and I think I see that Aiga is ready, yes?
Yes, so let me share.
Okay.
Let me share the presentation. Do you see the presentation?
Yes, just make it a full screen, okay?
Yes.
And we can start.
Is it or not yet?
I cannot see the full screen.
I
now.
cannot.
Yeah, it is good
Yeah.
now. Good.
Okay. Okay.
You can start.
So, hello, dear colleagues and also guests which are interested in this school meals topic. That is great. And I'm Aiga Meri. I represent Kurzeme planning region. Let me see if, yeah, I represent Kurzeme planning region on everyday basis in the project. My colleague Alice Luse is working. I'm just beside her to know the progress and exactly as in this case to replace her. So Kurzeme planning region is the western region in Latvia, one of the 5 regions similar as Latgale region. And what we have done and how far we are with the pilots, let me tell me that a little bit in details. So first of all, we have, by the beginning of the project, we actually sent the invitation to participate to all our 8 municipalities. And 4 municipalities were interested and are joining the project and are joining the pilots with 10 schools. And you can see on the map, those 4 municipalities are Ventspils region, so Kurzeme, Saldus and Tukums, and the yellowish dots are the schools which take part in the pilots. And what about what we are doing and what is the progress and how far we are with the piloting? First of all, after we got all the list of those interested, we organized the first meeting with all the pilot schools, and that was in South Kurzeme municipality in the springtime. And in this meeting, actually, we all discussed through what we could do together, what are those challenges, and what could be the content of the pilots. And not only this meeting, but also the project organized questionnaire served for us for further what we shall do and at least how we could solve or at least start to solve these challenges, which already previous speakers have said. Those are the same in Kurzeme as well. And so we started with the first pilot activity, which is cooking master classes, which was organized in Ventspils in line with the project meeting as well. So the partners also had a chance to take part. And why Ventspils and why restaurant if we talk about school meals? but actually the master class was led by the Žanis Raivo Behmanis, which we have in Latvia, this new cooks movement. So young, challenging chiefs of the catering, and Žanis also is giving lessons in a vocational school in Ventspils, which means that future chiefs and cooks are educated by and also those future who might be work in the future in the schools kitchens as well. And the challenge for this masterclass for Žanis, the task was given to actually prepare the food with the given amount, which is right now given by the state, this €2.15. And I think the partners had chance to participate, and I also heard that it was an interesting result or outcome, that the food is attracting for the youngsters. So this was the one activity. So then during the meeting also it was agreed that the schools participating in the pilot, maybe there is some chance to share the knowledge and share the experience, and the schools agreed to share 1 week menus. And now all these menus are collected by us, and there will be next steps actually to come together and maybe revise and see and maybe take over some experiences between the schools involved and then see what are the pros and cons and etc. So this is kind of exchange experience platform which we are providing by letting schools together. So then another activity which we can also add to the piloting by initiative of Latvian Rural Forum, the joint letter to Ministry of Agriculture has been prepared together with Võru, another planning region, and then Kurzeme planning region. And by the way, Võru planning region is also having another project which focuses on the school meals Horizon program. It's called Cities 2030. And together, the letter actually had more than 22 proposals what should be changed. And among those, most important, of course, is this coordination between all the stakeholders involved for this food policy. And also about this procurement, green procurement, ceilings and simplifications, and also about the state state support for the school meals, etc., etc. So 22 proposals. Unfortunately, we haven't got yet any feedback or response to the letter, at least by the yesterday. Nothing received, and also in the situation where now we have we are moving towards new government, so let's see, a new minister who will be, so might be we have to apply once more for the dialogue, what to do and how to do with that. So what else? So I'm just these key challenges once more, which are I'm pretty sure the same as the rest of the regions. What else we have decided to move on, similar as Latgale already said about this mapping of the small producers and local farmers. There is existing website ražots kurzeme.lv, which is something like Made in Kurzeme. And we already have collected or are close to that these farmers and producers, and we will introduce there the new section. Actually, so the municipalities which are like starting to procure could already like realize in the area if there is these type of producers at all to include in this green procurement. And various ways like by products and then by amounts, etc. So this is something we will complete, I think, by the end of this year. So the first stage is done with the collection of information, and the next steps will be forming together and adding to the website, and also communication with the farmers. And what are the next steps, or what we are planning in coming months is that we have agreed of the training on nutrition and green procurement. So for all schools involved, there will be one training day. We already are in communication about the procurement expert to be attracted and nutritionist. Then also all schools in this common meeting expressed interest actually to see the other schools' kitchens and how the work is organized. So that could be some internal experience exchange visits on sites to see how the lunch are served exactly, as Rita also was telling experiences from Latgale. Then we clearly think and know that we should do something with the involvement of farmers, just let more actively know that to farmers that there is interest in their products, and that we have to figure out yet what could be the form of either that is some actions in the schools together with the farmers, or visits to farms. That is something we have to figure out. And also we actively participate in food group, which is created on a national level with the main stakeholders involved in this school meals topic. Caterers, municipalities, also representatives of ministries, rural forum, etc. And there is active information exchange on the status, on the progress, what's new, what discoveries, etc. So this is also a way where we can promote the project as well the achievements maybe from our project, what is in Lithuania and Estonia. So yeah, that's shortly about our pilots. Looking forward for your questions.
Thank you very much, Aiga, for information that you have provided to us and for work that is done. And maybe some of colleagues or guests would like to give some questions for Aiga? Not yet, so thank you once again.
Jennifer here, I just would like to say something about
okay.
When we had the gathering in May in Kurzeme, our partners gathering, we participated in this cooking class. One thing that was important from the chef there, that ingredients that are not used in Latvia, such as the Jerusalem artichoke, that there are plenty of them in the gardens, but they're getting wasted and nobody's eating them. So one of the things the chef also tried to highlight, that we have really good, and Latvia has really good ingredients that are very economically beneficial to use for school meals, and can also start to be introduced in the school menus to be able to keep that low price of each meal. So that's, I just wanted to add that it was a very interesting thing on this part. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for giving some clarification and for the future possibilities. So I would like to invite our next speaker, which will be the representative of the Association of Municipalities of Tartu County. So I think, Sven, it will be you, yes?
Yeah, hello for everyone. I'm Sven Dobralūts and I'm head of Association of Municipalities of Tartu County. And we are really glad that we are partners of this Far to School project. And we have been done lots of activities and lots of ahead also. And I will show you some of our pilots.
Okay, maybe you
One
can share your.
moment, yeah.
Okay.
Do you see this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of partners from our region and also from wider South Estonia region. Our partners are South Estonian Food Network, our local governments, altogether 8 local governments in Tartu region. Also Organic Center of Estonian University of Life Sciences, Tartu Biotechnology Park and our local LAG, Tartu Rural Development Association. At the moment, our one of the main activities is mapping the organization of catering and raw material volumes of educational institution in Tartu County, and also study of the availability of local food products. This is so-called demand and supply analysis, how much local food and also organic food our schools and kindergartens are awarding. And the second part is the supply analysis, how much local raw materials are at the moment available in Tartu County. And also we are wanting to have this action plan for the next 4 years, what have to be the next steps to achieve these kind of goals. One of our main activities and the so-called also pilot, because we have not done this kind of conference before. It's South Estonian Food Conference Farm to School this year, October 10th in Elva local municipality in Tartu County. This is the first time in Estonia where we want to bring together all the main stakeholders and the main parties who are involved in school meals. We see this a wider holistic approach. If we see some kind of problem like we have in Estonia that we are lacking, we know that we are lacking of organic food, organic vegetables in Estonia, then we have to see the whole picture. Where is the government? Where is the local municipalities? Where are the farmers? Where are the schools? Where are the chefs? And where are the procurement rules? Then we want to have this inspirational conference. We are also having also Alain Grenard, like Rita mentioned, Alan is also coming to Estonia. He's one of the main speakers in foreign part of the conference. The second speaker is our loved Jennifer Avsi, who is also having a presentation about Danish and Sweden good examples, and also Jennifer is explaining all the farm to school concept to all the audience. And we are also looking forward to have you in this conference in 10th of October. We are also sending you the invitation in near days. And there we wanting to have this really good inspirational conference that we can have also other activities ahead of the conference. The second pilot is we are at the moment writing this local and organic food agreement in Tartu region. Võru County already has this kind of organic food agreement between 5 municipalities in their county. In Tartu County, we want to have also this kind of goodwill local and organic food agreement, and we have to set the dates and the percentages, how much organic food we want in our school meals in the next years. At the moment, city of Tartu is really ahead of other municipalities in Tartu region. Many of the city of Tartu schools and kindergartens are at the moment already achieved 51% of organic food in the school meals. It's really high percentage, and they even want to get every school to 81%. But we see that we're lacking of our own organic food from Estonia. The third so-called pilot, it's not a pilot, it's a bit like activity, is the proposals for government to encourage the procurement of local food in public procurement. Because one of the main issues in Estonia is also the some challenges in public procurement. We know that in Denmark and in Sweden, it is possible to procure from local farmers, and you have to have this kind of good toolbox to local municipalities. And after this farm to school project, we are having this kind of toolbox for every municipality in our region and also in Estonia. Fourth pilot is training of school cooks, and basically on how to involve more plants to school and kindergarten menus, because we see that the plant menus have to be also in schools and in kindergartens step by step. We don't see that from day one every school menu is plant-based, but step by step for 1 day, 2 day, and in 3 years, maybe even 3 days, there have been plant-based menus, because we know that the plant-based menu is also really good for your health, and we are also decreasing the CO2 emissions. Fifth pilot is a bit also like activities, but we haven't done this kind of activities before. We are having September the 20th really practical seminar for local and organic food, and the main stakeholders are the school directors, kindergarten directors in the city of Tartu and in all Tartu region. The second seminar is how to reduce food waste in schools. It is a problem. It's quite a big problem also in Estonia, but we wanted to have this kind of good practices and tools how to reduce the food waste. And the third seminar is in next year, February. It's also valuing the meal breaks in school timetables. And the last pilot is you see it's at the moment it's in quite basic level, but the main idea is to have this kind of strawberry backpack, like school bag, and you have there strawberry plants. You have illustrated instruction how to plant these strawberries, how to take care of the strawberries. We have also organic fertilizers and this kind of stuff, and we also want to have special cartoons, altogether 3 to 5 small cartoons where children in the kindergartens and in schools can watch these cartoons, and after they get these strawberry backpacks in next year springtime in May supposedly, then they can plant these in kindergartens or in schools or even in their homes. And we have a really good partnership with our local farmer, one of the biggest strawberry farmers in Estonia, and he is really wanting to have this kind of projects to our schools in Tartu region. Yeah, and you are also warmly welcome in South Estonian Food Conference Farm to School on October the 20th in Tartu region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sven, for not only presenting, but for showing the good examples of how can we be involved and to promote the project in various ways. And of course, maybe you could update us further later about the conference that you said maybe there will be an opportunity for us to join online, because I know that everyone is fully booked probably. So thank you once again. Maybe our guests or partners would like to say something. No. Okay, so we are going now to our last but not the least development center of Võru County.
Simona, sorry. Greta,
yes.
Somebody has raised their hand.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I just wanted to ask from Sven that thank you very much for the presentation. Very interesting initiatives and projects that you're running there in Tartu County. Just a question about the conference. Do you also plan to is it possible to join online also to the conference or not?
Yeah, we are making this available. Yeah.
Okay, then we can also spread the information in the Nordic Council of Ministers channels. So feel free to contact me when you have the links and information about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The working language is Estonian, but we have full translation, professional translators, and it's no problem. You have your head things and
super.
Jennifer here again. As soon as we have, it's just the finalization of the agenda, etc. When Sven and Kaidi have that ready, we will post it at our project page, but we will also share with all participants here. So you will get the information. It's soon public information.
Very good.
Thank you.
Maybe someone else would like to ask something, because I don't know why, but I haven't seen the hand. Sorry, but we are booking the date for Sven's conference to attend. Okay, so I think we are ready now for Võru. Yes, and Kaia, hi.
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 I am very glad to see you all, and just we have today not very good weather, but anyway, they promise in the end of the week very good 20 degrees and sun, and we have on the 9th of September big community festival.
Very
And this is the main issue why I have been very busy, very busy. But anyway, I don't have such like special presentation, but I can show you my activities and my Facebook. What is very interesting, there is pictures.
Very good.
There are pictures. There are pictures, lots of them. Maybe I let this Facebook last one and just try to share my screen because I want to show you different things. Okay.
Yes, we see now your screen, but you should just show the Facebook now, if it's possible.
Yeah, I can go to the main. You don't see, yeah?
No, just Excel. But in
why it doesn't work? I don't know. Something
yeah,
is
but
not
you can
good.
just change. You can
Maybe I.
Yeah, in the line above there was like your Facebook, so you can just share it once again and just change the.
I try.
Yeah.
I try again. Screen and.
Yes, and just go to the other website, but stay in this one, but in the yeah. Very good. Now we see your Facebook.
Okay, good to know. So this is the main page of the our community festival. But maybe I start with already happened events. Here you can see, I'm not sure if you can see.
Yes.
It's in 1st June we had a very big such like event on the main square of Võru, and there was all the children of the Võru 3 schools, and we had like meeting with the organic farmers and cooks, and the children was cooking pancakes, and there was pancake competition. But here you can see they are just dancing, and these are the guys who was leading this day. Oh, my internet is low, I think. Already next you can see here, it was in 8th June. We had such like cooking class with it's not elderly, but it's like care house. They was just doing from organic food with the profi chef some recipes, and just to change the menu, to have new recipes, to have new ideas how to do different things. So it's not this, but yeah, here you can see this event promo, but anyway, I just want to show you more pictures. Maybe I can show from photos. Here we can see we was going to the it was just in August. We had event with the 2 organic farms. They was introducing their productions and their it's not the same. They was showing how what they are doing, and there was 2 different farmers who was very such like interesting examples for the others. And we had 15 people's other organic farmers who was just coming together and having fun in other farm. Here you can see this first event, not first, but the 8th June event, what was with the Profi Chef is here. Yeah, and these are the foods what they was making. It is the final product what they had already together. But yeah, here we are in the processing place. Just this farmer has 2 places. It's the older place where he's bottling his very good juices and drinks, and he was showing how he was doing it. And then we went to the other place. There was just very new and very different view of how can small farmer produce something. So maybe I go to the events list, and I just didn't have very much time, but I translate for you such like calendar what we have with different projects, but here is just main things what we had in April. There was we was visiting different kindergartens to understand what the situation in this place is, what they have there, what the possibilities, what resources, what they know about organic, how they can have the changes. And of course, we had a very big and good trip to Denmark and Sweden with organic producers, and there was also representative of local governments people. There was already altogether 15 people, and it was very interesting for them to see how it's possible to produce organic, not very small quantities, but also bigger quantities, because we have a lack of organic food, and we want that these producers will grow and give more products. Then we had with the project meetings, some meetings, but the first event what we had with this community festival, it was all in 24th of May. We was making a compost bin. I have in other Facebook page these pictures, but I show it later. I will show later it. Yes, so then we had with other project meetings with organic farms in May, and it was just visiting fields and to understand how other organic farmers, what they are doing, how they grow something, what is working, what is very good, such like experiences and all such like things. In the May was one, and the pictures of August you was seeing in Facebook already. So, and very big, such like very important is the Horticultural Product Valuation Center. This new project, what is Võru developing center presenting, just they was giving it to the it was just ending this session. It's done now, but we are waiting how this money things are coming. Is it possible to do this? It's investigation project, but there is also money for the developing the network of food to have such like local food, good networking in local food area. So some events in June you was already you saw the pictures of the student pancake competition, and in the same day we had some seminars, and there was such like a contact event with the organic farmers. It was in the main square of Võru in 1st June, and we had just next day meeting with Tallinn and Viimsi and the Stockholm Environmental Institute excursion people. They was coming to Võru to see our event in 1st June, and just next day we had some meeting with them in one school, and just we was representing what we have done and what are our goals. To have this 20% of organic food for the next year to 2024 in all these educational institutions. So, and here is just not in English, but these pictures you was seen in 7 June. It was this profi chef in this care house, and we had the next seminar with this evaluation center, and in July we I was going to opinion festival what was in Äksi. It was in Tartumaa. There was different such like how to say, it's like sessions in different items in different teams, and I just was very interesting how it's going in Tartu, and we was with the team, you can see the names here, in opinion festival in Paide. It is a very, very big event, such like 10,000 people. They have different sessions, and we had a session about organic food, mythical organic picnic. It was like panel with the different participants, and we was talking about school food, about organic food in school, about lack of organic food, and problems with organic food. So it was the picture what you saw when we went in 16 August to the farms, and was just looking for other organic farms. It is not like Food Coalition project, but it is very important activity to have more such like interested farmers who are offering organic, and it is growing. I can assure you that it is growing. So in 18 August we had in Võru municipality such like a working group with all these educational institutions what they have in municipality, because there is it's the biggest municipality in our county, and there is half of them just on the way to the organic food. They have lots of different problems about tenders, about food quality, or lack of chefs in the kitchens, all problems altogether, and we just discussed this. So in September, we arrived in the September, and community festival. I know where my food comes from. We have organic fair, we have workshops, we have such like lectures about food, about soil, compost, about climate, about all what is changing our world right now. And it is we plan it very big, and we hope that weather is good, and you are very welcome to come too. So After that, we have in 14 September, just like some closing, such like lunch with the team, and here are other activities what we have planned. Maybe I can name here some. We have planned. We plan a roundtable with availability of organic raw materials with the schools. Then we want to have a workshop how to use such like common menu to have in municipality, such like common menu. It will the new things. It will be new things for our educational institutions, but some of them are very interested that maybe we can arrange some workshops to think how to do that. In Võru linn, in Võru city, in Võru town, in Võru town, there is such like it's working already, the common menu. And we want to share this example and just to have others to think what is the good and bad things in this case. Then we plan such like trips for the farmers, and we plan here was training with the chefs, for the chefs with the profi chef about just organic, to have them know more about organic food, new recipes with organic food. And just in the end of year, such like a round table, maybe there is such like it's not a certain item, but they can share their experiences, and it's good for others to know what is happening in other kitchens, and because of that we try to do that for some time, to have such like sharing experience. And in the end of the year, we every year have such like appreciation event for the chefs who already use organic food, and to thank them for the work what they have done for this for the children. So here you can see our event in 9th of September. It's organic producers, such like promoting, you can see here. Then it's workshops promoting. We have 9 workshops. We have 6 lections, and here you see such like call for giving out all these Soviet time dishes, because we try to use only these dishes what are not going right to the garbage, because we don't want to have such like we want to do very environmentally good event. So other workshop here, and other organic farmer, and so on. And I can here we have just to give up from the bags what you don't use, and all this promotion. And here is the main program of the day. Here you can read only in Estonian. Sorry, I don't have English one, but you can see it's full day of fair. All this there is such like nunnu concourse. I don't know how it's in English to call, but the children who grow themselves at home something, and it's different from usual, then they can present it in the special tent. We have such like tent there. And here you can see all this program of culture, program of lectures and workshops. So maybe it's very quickly what is the main what we are doing here.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your presentation. I see already the interest of the participants. We already want to see your Facebook, so you will have probably more followers after this.
Thank you very much. It is very welcome. Yes.
Yes.